Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears, and I'm here today with a brand new video. Now, one of the questions we get asked the most right now is park hopping worth it? You can't park hop until 2 p.m., but it still costs the same amount. Am I spending too much money by adding the park hopper to my tickets when I really can't do that much? Or is park hopping worth it right now because I can get a lot done in a shorter amount of days? That's what I'm here to help you decide. It just turned 2 o'clock. I'm here at the Magic Kingdom, and we're gonna try and do as much as possible before the park closes to help you decide if park hopping is worth it for the next time you're in Walt Disney World. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's get to it. All right, so the park hopper ticket is $65 to add on to a one-day ticket, and it's $85 to add on to a multi-day ticket per ticket. So that is an expense, especially, when you have a bigger family, you got to start adding that up. Family of 4, you're going to spend a good amount of money adding the park hopper. And is it worth it if you can only park hop for a few hours? That's the big question. Now, I will point out that I tried to do this on a very busy day. It is a Sunday, which means it's a weekend, obviously, and it's also spring break right now, but the crowds are not reflecting that, even though this was a completely full, no reservations left at any park day. So, the wait times could vary, but this is what a weekend could look like with park hopping. I also want to point out that because it's spring break, there are extended hours today, so this park doesn't actually close till 9, which is pretty late. Usually during the week, Magic Kingdom closes at 7. Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios both close at 8 tonight, and Epcot closes at 11. So if you have that much time, it definitely makes the park hopping buy a little more understandable. However, normally Animal Kingdom closes around 5 or 6. Hollywood Studios closes around 7 or 8, same with Magic Kingdom, and Epcot usually closes at 8. So it's a lot harder to justify if you're going to hop to Animal Kingdom at 2, which closes at 5 or 6. Haunted Mansion said it was a 35-minute wait, but it's all the way back to here, which I've seen it this long. I've seen it longer. So I don't know if 35 is accurate, but it moves pretty quickly. We're going to keep walking for now and start with a thrill, because Big Thunder Mountain also is posted at 35. And from all of our wait time tracking and documenting, we would track the wait times every single day on AllEars.net. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is much more likely than Haunted Mansion to go up. Haunted Mansion, I bet, will stay around 35, 45 this whole time, but Big Thunder might shoot up. So let's go knock that one out. It can be kind of tricky if you're used to coming to the parks to find the end of the line now, because it's usually not where you think it is. Like, for example, here's the end of Big Thunder Mountain. Just look for the cast member holding the sign. All right, here we go. The clock starts now, and it looks like we're gonna go into the train station, which I actually think is kind of fun because I love the train station, and I haven't been up there in forever, obviously, because the train's not running. Where's my favorite joke? Where's my favorite joke? Okay, it's hard to see, but there's a wooden leg up here, and it has a name tag on it that says Smith. I once met a man with a wooden leg named Smith. What was the name of his other leg? You get it. Alright, so we're moving and grooving through this queue right here, thanks to the extension into the train station. This is going well for us. I'm really impressed with this line. I've been basically moving and grooving the whole time, and just a few times we paused. Just one. Row 6. All right. I think part of the reason this is moving so fast is they are now loading every row on this one, which previously you were getting your own car. So like I would have all 3 of these rows, just me, and now they're loading every single row. All right, posted wait time 35 minutes. Actual wait time 10 minutes on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Obviously, it's going to move a lot faster now that they're loading every row. I didn't love that. I'm not going to lie to you. The rider in front of me, her hair hit me in the face a few times, and I was like, oh, because I'm not used to being close to other people right now, and it's making me think about all the times before. What a weird world we live in. Anyway, I am seeing that the mansion posted wait on the app is still 35, but I don't see the queue way back here like I did before, so maybe now's a good time to go right mansion. Still searching for the end of the Haunted Mansion queue, and that is a good thing that I don't know where it is yet, because we're way further than I would have been before. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind right now, is you want to be able to be flexible. Like, definitely have your must-dos, but keep an eye on the My Disney Experience app, and things will keep rotating. Like, I'm kind of hoping after we do Mansion, Peter Pan's flight will be less than 45 and we could go do that. So keep your eye on a few things that are close by that you want to do, and then just keep going to the lowest one. All right, we got to the queue. It says posted on the actual sign 30. I don't know if you can read that. So we're gonna go ahead and clock that and see how long it takes. We haven't moved in a while, and I believe it's because they're doing a cleaning cycle. When I was getting in line and talking about how I was going to clock the wait, the cast member actually told me, she overheard me and was like, hey, you might hit a cleaning cycle, so that would slow you a little bit. And there's actually not even a posted wait time anymore, so we're definitely hitting a cleaning cycle. I'm still guessing it'll be under 30 minutes because the cleaning usually doesn't take that long, but I will keep you updated. Okay, we're moving and grooving now. I confirmed with another cast member that they were in fact doing a cleaning cycle. That's why we stopped. But it's going again. It took about 10 minutes, she said, to do a cleaning cycle. I don't think I was stopped for a full 10 minutes though. If you are in a line and that's consistently moving and then it literally just stops moving at all, that's probably what's happening. Haunted Mansion check. It ended up taking less than 25 minutes to get through the queue, but keep in mind, remember, I caught that cleaning cycle, which in the end probably did take about 10 minutes. So that was great, pretty low for Haunted Mansion. All right, so Mine Train has gone up to 55, which is pretty low for Mine Train, but I have a feeling it'll get even lower as the day goes on. Peter Pan's flight is up to 50. It's a little long for Peter Pan's flight, but the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh only is 20. We're gonna go see my pal, Winnie the Pooh. Keep in mind these lines do look really long because they have to space everybody out so much, but all right, let's see, here's the end. All right, this might actually be 20. Here we go. You may recall from some of my other videos that the play area is not available right now. That's pretty standard. There's not any interactive cues happening right now just because of how much touching and contact there would be, so that part of the queue is roped off. But I do love this part when it is open. Pre-closure, it's a really great queue because your kids can run around and play in Rabbit's Garden and help keep them entertained while you're waiting in the queue. Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Posted 20, looked really long, actually like 15, so that was great. I love Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I think it's so underrated because everyone thinks about Peter Pan's Flight and Small World and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and all the other great attractions in Fantasyland, and people kind of forget about Winnie the Pooh, but I love it. I love bouncing with Tigger. A+ family ride in my opinion. And now we're off to another A+ family ride. They've been using, when necessary, Columbia Harbor House for the queue for Peter Pan's Flight, so you may actually go in there. But let's see where we have to go. Peter Pan's Flight entrance. Here we are. If you missed the Columbia Harbor House like I do, you'll be happy to know that they're actually serving some of the food from Columbia Harbor House over at the Tomorrowland Terrace during the lunch hours. So you can get your fish and chips, you can get your lobster roll over there. Don't do it, Molly, don't do it, Molly, don't do it, Molly. No one wants to hear it again, no one wants to hear it again. Poor Nana, poor Nana, poor father. Literally can't not do it. Alright, Peter Pan's Flight posted on the app was 30. The guy's sign said 45. It was actually about 35. I do think I caught the end of a cleaning cycle again, the cast member told me, because at one point we weren't moving very much on our full tour of the Columbia Harbor House. But still, 35 isn't too bad. I bet that one drops later though. And now we need a snack. I know the front of the castle is more iconic, but the back of the castle is so beautiful. Anyway, we're going a little out of our way for a snack because an icon has returned and it's only available for a limited time, so we want to make sure we get it. So we're headed to Adventureland. I'd like to remind you, I did a whole video about park hopping and the process that it entails right now. You have to have a park reservation at your first park that you want to go to, and you have to go to that reservation before you can park hop it too. You can't just show up to any park after 2 if it's not the one you have a reservation at. So go watch that video. It explains everything about the process of park hopping, how transportation works in between the parks if you'd like to use Disney transportation, etc., etc. And look, there's no line. Snack break. The Adventureland spring roll cart is open again, so you can get 2 spring rolls. They did get a price increase, so it's $9.50 for 2 spring rolls. They have cheeseburger and pepperoni pizza, so you can get 1 of each or 2 of whichever one. And they have a new secret sauce. They have marinara for the pizza one, but they also have a new secret sauce that you ask for if you'd like it for the cheeseburger ones. They brought the spring rolls back when the park first it wasn't here, and then it was here, and then it closed again, and now it's back. So I'm excited to try one, especially with this new secret sauce, which I'm guessing is like McDonald's, like Big Mac sauce, because every restaurant in the world has like secret sauce, and it's always Thousand Island mayonnaise based. That's exactly what the sauce is. Tastes like Thousand Island, so it's delicious. So inside the cheeseburger one, you've got your ground beef, cheese, pickles, onions. You can see it in there. So delicious. These are a great snack. They could be a meal. I do think, they went up in price, so, you have to decide. I think they're delish, and they're very filling. Like, I might get something sweet in a little bit, but this is basically my dinner. They told me they'll mostly be just open on the weekend. During the really busy times, like at spring break right now, they said they'd be open all week. So you may get lucky, but more than often, it'll just be weekends for the spring rolls. Finished my delicious spring rolls from the cart right here. Remember, you need to be stationary when eating and drinking. So I just found a little bench, had a nice little snack. And now we are headed into Adventureland because Jungle Cruise has a posted 35-minute wait, which is the lowest I've seen it all day. So let's go to the jungle.
Folks, welcome to the world famous Jungle Cruise. We are world famous for being famous around the world. Everyone say ooh. Everyone say ah. That's inspiration if I've ever heard of it. How many of you folks have ever seen the Jungle Book? Well, if you have not, there it is. Well, folks, I wonder what scared them off. Oh my goodness, it must have been that snake. Folks, that is one large python. Not to be confused with a boa. Folks, you see, boas have feathers. Feel free to take any pictures. It looks like all of these elephants still have their trunks on.
Jungle Cruise, check. Thank you to Skipper Brett. Had some very good jokes, a couple I hadn't heard told that way, got a few chuckles. The posted wait time was 35 minutes and it ended up being like 42-ish, so a little bit longer. Hi there! Thank you. So it ended up being a little bit longer than posted, but still not too bad. And now we're gonna go ride Pirates because right now the longest line in the park, 75, is Splash Sail. Space is back up and running and it's at 50 minutes. And then Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is 45, but Pirates is at 40, which is the lowest I've seen it in a long time. So we're gonna go ride Pirates. Just as an overall time check, it is about 5:45. We have done 5 very good attractions and gotten a very good snack in a little under 4 hours. So far, we're really doing a great job. And let's see how many we can keep doing before the park closes. Wow, I haven't seen the Pirates line this short in a really long time. So I'm very excited because Pirates of the Caribbean is my favorite attraction in the park. One of my all-time favorite attractions in all of Disney World. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, but Jungle Cruise and Pirates, the reason that they get longer lines and then stay there basically all day is because of how long it takes to load and unload the boats and how low the boat capacity is since you can't fill them. Unlike attractions like Haunted Mansion, which is at a 10-minute wait right now, by the way, where they load every dune buggy, or over at some attractions like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, we saw they're loading every row. They can't do that on the Pirates boats or the Jungle Cruise boats, which is why you end up seeing longer lines. Pirates of the Caribbean, a national treasure, such a great attraction. Posted wait was 40, it actually ended up being like 30. I just love that attraction. It is peak Disney to me. It's everything that a Disney ride should be. It's a family attraction so everybody can do it. It's a classic, it's got the great music, but it's also a little thrilling. Oh, I just love it. A couple cool details I noticed that I hadn't before is when you're about to board, if you're on the right-hand side, I actually heard some pirates digging in a cave singing kind of sloppily, yo-ho, yo-ho.
Yo, yo, pirates, nice mermaid.
And then outside where they were was gold, so like maybe they found some treasure, good for them. And then another cool detail that you might not have noticed is that when you first approach the island at the very beginning where it's like the skeletons on it and the mermaid skeleton used to be there, some of the rocks you come upon form into a skull when you look at them straight on, but when you look at them from the side, they just are rocks. So kind of like a hidden Mickey, but it's like a hidden skull. Anyway, we are headed back to Fantasyland now. It's 6:30, so most days the parks would be closing in about half an hour, which would mean you'd have one more ride. But if you did the same thing as I did, you would have already gotten 6 really good attractions plus a snack in 5 hours. So far it seems like park hopping's not a bad idea, as long as you got everything done you wanted to do at the first park. That's kind of the problem. It's like, if you wanted to go to Epcot, to Magic Kingdom, Epcot doesn't open till 11 usually, so are you going to get enough done in time to park hop? Whereas Animal Kingdom usually opens at 8, but they're, are you going to get everything you wanted to do done in that short amount of time and then park hop over? You're looking at a long day to maximize the park hopping. If you're like me, or like my family was growing up, it was all about those long days. There was no mid-afternoon nap in my household. 45, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Let us find the end of the line. When this one gets back to Mermaid, like when it wraps all the way around and then hits the Little Mermaid, that's usually about an hour, if I'm remembering correctly from other videos. I think we found it. Yes, we have done it. All right, hello, 45 minutes. The clock starts now. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, always a surprise hit. Like, I'm always like, wow, what a long line. And then it's always so fun. I love that those cars go wacky. It was posted 45, only 25, but they are loading every row like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, so you can expect to see lower weights on that one as well since they increased the capacity. And now we're gonna go to Tomorrowland, because we haven't been to Tomorrowland yet, and Buzz Lightyear only has a 15-minute wait. Space Mountain still has a 50-minute wait, but I'm kind of hoping maybe that'll drop, or that's not true. Splash still has the longest wait in the park at 60, and then Space, and then Mine Train at 45. But it's 7:30-ish now, so keep in mind, most of the time, like I said, the park closes at 7, so you would be done, because you can always get in line at an attraction right up to before it closes. So if the park closed at 7, we would have done Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan's Flight, The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Jungle Cruise, and Pirates of the Caribbean. 7 A+ attractions, plus had a delicious snack in the 5-ish hours that would have been allowed. All right, Star Command, reporting for duty.
Stand by, disengage autopilot. You've got the sticks, Space Rangers. Set course for flight.
All right, Buzz Lightyear posted 15, actually took like 8, so that was awesome. Basically a walk-on, moving and grooving the whole time. And now we're going to Space Mountain. It's about 8 o'clock right now, which means we've got an hour of park time left. Longest wait is Splash, which has a 50-minute wait, which, spoiler alert, we're not going to ride Splash because I don't want to get wet. But you could have ridden Splash in any of these times. You know, this is not a recipe for what you need to ride. It's just showing you how much you can. Space is 40, which is the lowest I've seen it today. It was closed earlier for technical difficulties, so I'm thinking maybe now people want to ride it. But we're going to clock it, of course. And then Mine Train still has a 45-minute wait, so those are your longest waits right now. This is another one whose entrance is kind of hard to find right now, but it's usually off to the right. Look how awesome Space Mountain is at night. Oh, it's so cool. I love this one.
Be sure to supervise children at all times. And remember that passengers in wheelchairs must transfer into a rocket to participate.
adore Space Mountain. I think it is so much fun. It was only a 15-minute wait. Posted 40, remember, when I got in the line. So that's awesome. That is awesome. At this point, there's like less than 20 minutes of park time left. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train still has a 40-minute wait, but that's the longest line in the park. Space Mountain still says 35, but we know it wasn't. Splash Mountain is dropped to 25. Basically everything is 20 or less. So you would have time to go jump into one last line at this point in the evening. If you hadn't ridden Splash yet, that would be my recommendation. It's 25 minutes for Splash. It's really not too shabby at all. But we are gonna go get a snack last. I think snacks are just as important as rides. You really can't beat this view. Park's gonna close in just a few minutes officially, so we have time for one last snack. And what's better than some Disney popcorn from the popcorn cart at the Hub, which is scientifically the best popcorn cart, with this beautiful lit up castle. I'll tell you what's better. Popcorn in this popcorn bucket. Have you ever seen something so wonderful in your entire life? This isn't a brand new popcorn bucket, but they still have it at a few carts around the Magic Kingdom, so you might get lucky. They have it in Steamboat Willie, like this, and then they also have a Steamboat Mini one, which has her little flower hat on it. But this is just the cutest popcorn bucket possibly ever, and I felt like it was the perfect way to end our park hopping day. Plus, I always like to remind people that popcorn buckets are a great deal, especially if you have a family, because the popcorn bucket was $18 and it comes full of popcorn. Some popcorn buckets are $12, the standard round ones, but you can refill it for $2, which is such a great deal, especially if you've got little ones who want a snack. $2 for popcorn, a lot less expensive than most things around, and it's a really good shareable. You can have a seat somewhere, enjoy some popcorn. So that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, this is scientifically the best popcorn cart in the entire universe. Can you just enjoy this with me? The perfect way to end a very busy park hopping adventure. I want to make something else clear with the popcorn bucket too. You can refill it at any park. So if you're going to be visiting multiple parks, which you obviously are if you're park hopping, you can refill this wherever you go. And Disney Springs. So I think popcorn's a really good deal. I love Disney popcorn. And it's just great to stand here and enjoy it. Let's talk about park hopping. I had a really good day. I was able to do a lot of stuff at the Magic Kingdom this afternoon. Between the hours of 2 and 9, I was able to ride 9 of the headliner attractions here. Basically all of the big ones except for Splash Mountain, which was solely because I didn't want to get my hair wet. I could go ride it right now, or go get in line right now and still be able to do that. Plus I had 2 really good snacks. I had a really fun afternoon here at the Magic Kingdom. Even if the park had closed at 7, I would have gotten 7 of those big attractions in, as well as a good snack. So if it was a day like today, it would be worth it in my opinion. The problem is the crowds are so hard to predict right now. Again, this is a Sunday, which is usually a recipe for a busy day, and it's spring break, which normally is a very, very busy time. It's very hard to predict what the crowds are going to be like right now. People message me that all the time, and days like today I think are going to be really busy aren't, and days that we don't think will be busy are really busy. So that makes it harder to decide if park hopping is going to be worth it. Overall, I think if this is your first visit, or you're not an experienced visitor, or you have a long trip, I don't know if you need to park hop. I wouldn't want to put that pressure on you if it's your first visit of trying to get between 2 different parks, because you are going to have to take time out of your day to do transportation. You're probably not going to have time if you want to maximize your park time. You're not going to have time to go back and rest or go get a meal in between or anything like that. So I don't know if it's worth it for you. But if you're an annual pass holder, if you have a very short visit, if you're a seasoned visitor who's come time and time again and just wants to hit the highlights at a bunch of parks and you're coming for like a long weekend, then park hopping may be something that you want to look into. I can't unfortunately tell you yes or no. I can just show you what it's like to park hop. I can show you what the parks are like, and then you can decide. But what I will say is you can always upgrade your tickets. You cannot downgrade your tickets. So you can always buy your 1 park per day tickets book your park reservations, and then if you get here and see the wait times aren't that bad, you're able to get through things that you'd like to get through quickly, you can go to guest relations and upgrade your ticket. But keep in mind, you have to upgrade the entire ticket. You can't upgrade just like one day of the ticket to park hopping. So keep that in mind, but that is an option as well. Book regular tickets and then just upgrade to park hopper once you get here. Keep track of the wait times at all 4 parks, and maybe you'll see, oh, I actually could park hop and I could work that in. Another reason you may want to consider park hopping is it's not always possible to get the park pass reservations for the parks that you want if you're not booking them 60 days out when they're available. If you're planning a trip quickly, you may not be able to get park passes for Hollywood Studios or for Magic Kingdom. So you could book park passes for Epcot, go enjoy a few hours at Epcot, and then you could come park hop over to Magic Kingdom as long as they don't hit capacity. So they haven't hit capacity yet as far as hopping goes, so that's another reason that you might want to consider upgrading or adding the park hopper. Overall, I hope this video is helpful in understanding what you can accomplish in an afternoon at the Magic Kingdom having park hopped in after 2. My best advice, again, don't waste your money on tickets by adding the park hopper to begin with. You can always upgrade the park hopper. You can never downgrade. So that's my best piece of advice. Track the wait times once you get here. See if you're really going to use the park hopper. Are you getting everything done at the parks? Then yeah, add the park hopper and hop to somewhere else. But don't add it until you need it, because again, you can always upgrade. You can never downgrade. So let us know what park hopping questions you have in the comments. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media at AllEars.net. And until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. If you need me, I'll be here.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you're instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.